All right, Matt, Fight Night Picks back again for 2020. And listen, if you're new to the channel, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. You missed out on a great 2019. You can go back and check out some of the Fight Night Picks 2-minute and 5-minute predictions from last year, Matt. You ended up going 101 for 161, good for 63%. I went 110 out of 161 for 68%. They say if you're at 70%, you're a liar. And if you're 55%, you're doing a darn good job. So I will take that to the bank. And I don't mean to pump my tires, but listen, I'm excited for UFC 246, so I'm coming out hot. In the first fight on our prelims, you have the Colombian Queen, Sabina Mazo, taking on JJ Aldrich. And this is a good fight at 125 pounds because JJ Aldrich has faced really tough competition in the past. She's had, a fight against Raquel Pennington, one against Rachel Ostovich as an amateur, and moving up through as a pro. She has faced decent competition in the past. Maybe mixed results, but coming in here at 8-3, taking on Sabina Mazo, 7-1, lost her UFC debut. We knew she was undefeated going into that. She had a win in her first fight as a pro against Alejandra Lara back in Colombia, both of them obviously Colombian. And we've seen Alejandra Lara go on to do bigger and better things over in Bellator, challenge for a title. She looks great, but Sabina Mazo in her last one, really able to make up for that first fight loss with the UFC. This one, it's a really tough stylistic matchup because you have JJ Aldrich. She's kind of like a jackknife. She's good on the ground. Her takedowns are half decent. Her boxing's pretty good. But as far as analysis is concerned, I just have a problem with how she's going to get into range because we know that Mazo, she's a long fighter. She fights quite long. Her kicks she employs quite well, and I don't know if Aldrich is going to be able to bring that into her game plan.
So Mazo's last fight, she fought Shayna Dobson, who does everything Aldrich does, just not really as well. And in that fight, Mazo beat the brakes off her. She took her to the ground, beat her up down there. She hurt her to the body a lot of times with her kicks, and that's going to be a similar issue in this fight. JJ Aldrich is very boxing heavy, but it's not like one of those things where like when Conor fights Cowher, and we'll get to that later, it's one of those things like, oh, if he can land the left hand, or if he can land the high kick for Conor, or for Cowboy, sorry. Neither one of these ladies really have like that one-punch knockout, and they don't really have all that complete submission games, so it's not going to be a good fight at all. I think that Mazo's going to be able to eke out a decision just due to the fact she can keep range and move a lot, and it could be somewhat exciting in that respect, but it's going to be a lot of Aldrich playing the bull and Mazo playing the matador, and Mazo just sort of peppering away at her and getting out of the way. That's how I see the fight going.
And I think if Aldrich is able to employ a little bit of clinch work, we've seen Mazo, yeah, she's not bad. She get into a Muay Thai. She has the judo throws to pull from, but both of these ladies, I'd be interested to see if the fight gets to that point. Now, Matt, our clock's expired, but the one thing I do want to say, as far as the odds are concerned, Mazo coming in here at minus 115 favorite. Odds are basically at par. Aldrich are minus 110. We're going to employ a new stat this year and look over at Tapology because you can vote for the fights as to who you think is going to win. And out of 893 votes so far, 29% going with Mazo and 71 going with Aldrich.
That's wild.
It's the reason I'm doing it is just because you can see the difference between the two and the fact that, although Aldrich is a slight betting underdog, she's a big favorite in terms of that community. Matt, who are you picking here and why?
I'm going to pick Mazo 30-27. I just feel like it's going to be a long, boring fight, and it's going to be a lot of throwing push kicks, leg kicks, moving out of the way, maybe go for the occasional takedown, but Mazo by decision, without a doubt.
Matt's going Mazo by decision. I hate to be, in total agreement, but I'm going to say Mazo by decision as well. But really looking forward to UFC 246. We're previewing the prelims. We're previewing the main card, and you're not going to want to miss our 5-minute prediction for the main event with Conor McGregor and Donald Cerrone here for Fight Night Picks, Matt. Let's get into it.